Hello, everybody. Figured I'd do a cold start. It hasn't been started in about a month, maybe longer than that. I can't remember when I had it out last. I can't remember. But anyway, we're in between Christmas and, I'm sorry, not Christmas, Thanksgiving and Christmas. And the hellish nightmare that is the holidays is still ensuing on us. Fuck. It's colder than a fucking witch's titty here. It's been nothing but in the sub-zero fucking temperatures. It's supposed to get in the 40s today. 50s Monday and Tuesday, I think, and maybe Wednesday, and then it's supposed to dip back down in the fucking teens. So yeah, that's what we all want. We want to fucking freeze to death, and because I'm all about that. I'm all about freezing to death, because yeah. Oop, there I am, a door into the trash can. Nice, good one there. X-Lax. But yeah. This Mercury I bought out here, I poured some all kinds of shit in the transmission because it has a torque converter shutter, which is quite annoying and lights me the fuck up like no other, especially when you're going through town and it's going through gears and you're going at low speeds, and when it shifts, it'll just kick in the next gear. It'll go bang there at the rear end. You can hear it. It'll go bang into gear, and then all of a sudden it'll just shudder and jump. The car will jump around like it's wheel hopping, like coming out of a burnout, or like you're running down the road on those rumble strips that they have on the edges of the road. That's what it puts you in the mind of. That's what it feels like anyway. And, it's just quite annoying, and it just pisses you off. And wherever you're going to, it just makes you nice and pissed off for wherever the fuck you're gonna wherever your destination is, and then you're getting out slamming the fucking door because you're pissed off because the fucking car is running, that way. And, I put some, Lucas, Transfix in there. Well, first I put Lucas transmission fluid conditioner in there, and that I should have just stuck my dick in the tube and pissed in it because it didn't do shit. And the Lucas stuff thickened the fluid up. I dumped the whole bottle of that Transfix in there, and it cushioned it a little bit. But that's all it did. It still shuddered. And it's like the more you ran it, the hotter it got. The more it shuddered, and the worse it shuddered. And then I went ahead and I was looking around online. Duralube makes a shutter fix in a bottle. I didn't try that. I was watching that Scotty Kilmer talk about it. On some things, the guy really knows what he's talking about, automotive. But a lot of stuff he puts he titles his videos, and you go to tune in because you think it's something juicy, and it ain't nothing but a bunch of fucking bullshit and him there running his lips. I don't hate his channel or nothing. I mean, seems like a pretty good person, but he puts those titles on there to suck you in to watch the video, and then then later on you're disappointed. It's like I saw one on there last night. For example, he says, "We're about to run out of gas for your cars. We're about to run out of gas." Okay, Scotty, I hear you. Yeah, I bet we're running out of gas. Sure. No, we're not. Yeah, we're all right. what the fuck else? Someone say, well, anyway, there's this stuff. It's a shutter fix. I forget who makes it. I have the package. I think it's in the Mercury, but it's this little red tube. It's about that long. And it's, you cut the top of it off and you put it in the tube, the transmission dipstick tube, and you squeeze it in there till it starts farting at you. And then, I mean, it fixed it within a few miles. It stopped doing it. I mean, just that fast. Now, it says it wears off later on. So the best thing to do really is to change the fluid in the filter and put fresh fluid in with another tube of that shit in there. And they said that it'll pretty well fix the problem. But if for some reason, like diagnosing the problem, if that tube of shutter fix doesn't do anything, it means that your torque converter's fucked. And you're going to have to go buy another one and put that in and aggravate with that shit. But if it fixes it for a short time, it's the fluid. The fluid is just, burnt and ragged out, and chances are it's eventually going to be catastrophic failure if you don't change it. So I'm going to have to change it here. Hopefully, if I get a chance, sooner than later, because, well, the lift is tied up right now. My dad has a Nissan pickup in there. He's going to try and get ready for the road. And my hands are kind of tied because, it's wintertime. It's cold as fuck. Because, why wouldn't that happen? Because we had a real nice winter last year, so now we're going to pay for it this year. Kind of figured that was going to happen. But it's going to be a little while before I can get on a lift to change the stuff. And plus with Christmas being up your ass, and, everybody expects you to spend your fucking paycheck that you get every time you get one on Christmas. So there's no extra fucking money to, put into your fucking everyday car so you can get back and forth to work. You just kind of got to jump in it, just hope for the best each day. Just gotta hope for the best, hope you make it. So, that's basically what I'm doing right now. And the car needs a wheel alignment. It's really bad on the passenger side. The driver side, not so much. The steering wheel's still straight, but I think they put struts in the front of the car because the tops of the struts are like shiny. They have a shine to them there under the hood. Plus, the car has had the timing chains changed in it along its life. I forget, there's a date right on the inner fender. I'm not sure. I don't remember what the date was. But somebody had marked on it, whatever mechanic worked on the car in the past, they had put timing chains in it and marked the date. But I guarantee you the transmission fluid's probably never been changed in it. I'm not a big advocate on that unless I have a performance transmission. Like in the Chevelle here, I'll make sure that the fluid is topped off at all times, and I'll make sure that, I change it regularly to keep it going, because there's a lot of goodies in this Turbo 400 in here, and it's fucking amazing. It's awesome. I love it. But, the last Mercury I had, I never changed it. It's never been changed in it. And I ran it, and I never had any issues with the transmission. Never had any issues with it. That cable that comes off the column shifter, have had it kind of fuck up a little bit on and off, going into reverse. But other than that, not really. It was pretty good until this guy slammed into me down here with it. But this one, I ended up putting another tube of the transfix or the shutter fix in there. The little red tube. I put another one in last night. Drove it again. They said sometimes it takes two of them. These little tubes are like $13 for it, which, I think is expensive. But for the way it works, all in all, it's worth it. So I'm not complaining. I'm not going to sit here and bitch and whine about, money. So, but the Duralube stuff, the shutter fix, you only use like 8 ounces of it, I think, or a regular transmission. And there's certain ones that have extra clutch bands. You can't use them, but they have one for that. They have a fluid for that, a shutter fix for that too. You can put in that too. They have several different kinds. Plus they got oil stabilizers, all the bullshit. So anyway, I put an extra tube of that shit in there, that shutter fix, and it is doing the trick for now. I don't know how long it's going to last, because with the last red tube, the shutter came back. Not as violent, but it was coming back. I could feel it. So we're going to run it for now and see what the fuck happens. And see what it does. And plus, another thing, the front brakes apparently are shot on this car I just bought. So I'm going to have to get rotors and pads and replace those. And Annie sees the holy fuck out of everything like I did with the other car. So stuff comes off. These wheels, I'll probably have to beat and club them fuckers for an hour before they'll come off from the hubs. Because these wheels on these Fords fit extremely tight. They are precision machined to fit extremely tight. Plus, I think I have a bent wheel on there, because why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you have a bent wheel on them fucking cars? Because people don't know how to drive today, and they hit everything in the road. They hit everything. I mean, I understand when there's, something creeps up on you, you don't know it's there, and it's at nighttime. I've done that. But these people will just be like, they just hit everything. Because that's what my wife does. He hits everything in the road. When it's there, oh, what's that? Bang, bang. Oh, shouldn't have hit that. Oh, well, what's that over there? That's a pothole. Bang, 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 bang. She'll hit them all. Hit every motherfucking one of them every time. I don't know why. Female drivers are just the worst. They are so fucking terrible at driving. They're awful at driving. I can't wrap my head around it. But they are just horrible at operating anything. Please, ladies, if there is any females watching this fucking channel, you're all going to hate me for what I'm about to say. But y'all need to get that 1950s housewife groove going on, because this bullshit of y'all running around like whores is getting old. Quit running like whores. Quit being whores. Quit having what they call high body counts. Please stop it. You're fucking playing into the hands of these asshole Nazi fucks around the world that want the population to, damn near be nothing. Which I don't understand, because without us working folks, what are those rich people going to do? What are they going to do with their lives? Who's going to make things for them? Who's going to make food for them? Who's going to supply them with electricity? A fucking windmill? I don't think so. A solar panel? No. That's all horse shit. That's all somebody's retarded money-making scam and false fucking information and fucking falsehoods of having, abundant energy from a solar panel is fucking stupid. It's dumb. Plus, solar panels aren't made like they used to be in the 80s. They had a solar panel car they made back in the 80s when I was little, and I watched it on TV. It was this big, remarkable thing. They had this race with all these other cars, and it had to be covered up at night with a special car cover, because if it was a clear sky and it was, it had starlight and light from the moon, this car would actually start to run away. That was that sensitive to collecting energy from light. And now solar panels don't do that. They only collect when the sun's out, and that's it, because they are fucking made out of shit, apparently, and the technology is not as impressive for some reason. I don't know. I'm tired of wrapping my head around that shit. I'm going to go cross-eyed and get retarded here in a minute. So anyhow, the transmission stuff in the little red tube is a temporary fix for your transmission shutter if you have it. I forget what they was calling those transmissions. I can't have it at CVT, CVR, I don't remember, something like that. It's the transmissions that have the extra clutch in them. Apparently this stuff will wipe the clutch faces off, I guess. I don't know. I'm tired of trying to think of things that, they're out of my reach of understanding. So, anyway, I know I got mice in here. I had my mouse turds in my glove box. What is this? Oh, it's nothing. It's just dust, dirt, whatever. Because I have millions of pine needles that come in here via the middle of the roof, the I-beam. I don't know. Should I cold start the truck? Yeah, I think I might do that. Maybe. This one don't like to run in the cold at all. That's good enough. Fuck. Ooh, stinky. Well, it smells good to me, but you know. So anyway, and there we have it. Unfortunately, hold on here. Yes, unfortunately, I'm going to have to put up a fucking Christmas tree today, I guess. I go in there and move a bunch of shit around and clean and fold fucking clothes and do all that bullshit. So, anyway, yeah, that's gonna be probably the rest of my Sunday. I took up my own trash yesterday, so I guess I'll take everybody else's up today. Anyway, it is supposed to warm up. Snow is melting everywhere. What a shame. But then, come Wednesday night or Thursday or something like that, it's supposed to get more snow and shine it right back up. So, yeah. But anyway, the Mercury is running good. This one I have now, runs pretty good. It's very, very quiet, and I don't like that. I'm going to buy a set of offset in and out Super 10s and 2 pieces of straight pipe, probably just 2.5 inch. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut 2 of the cats off because it has 4 on it for whatever reason. I don't know why it has 4. I'm going to cut 2 of them off, and then we're going to put the Super 10s up there, kind of like I did on the the Crown Victoria. Going to have them offset. Well, I made my own set of Super 10s for it. It's going to be offset coming in, and then coming out will be offset. And what I'll do is I'll put all the pipes right next to the drive shaft, and I'll run it straight back. I'll hang them. I'll put a hanger there, just like Uncle Big Block did on the other car. I'll just weld a fucking hanger to the frame back there, and then we'll put turn downs on those pipes, and we'll just hang them back there. And I'll rip the tailpipe going around the rear end. I'll rip it off. I'll just do it that way. I was thinking about turning it out in front of the back tires, but it makes it tougher to set up the lift. We just have the 2 posts down there with the swing arms on it. It makes it harder to find a good spot to lift the car up. I would have to shorten the exhaust or something, and then it'd just be louder. And then when I take my spouse and my daughter anywhere, they'll bitch about how there's a drone inside the car. The issue with the radio in it, because on the last video, my eyes are burning a little bit from the exhaust fumes. Anyway, the radio situation there, it plays I put a CD in it. It's fine. I can hear it. I think there's a wire hanging down in the trunk from the speaker deck. I think it's an antenna wire, because there's antennas in the back windshield. And, ouch. Anyway, it won't pick up no radio stations. I mean, the radio stations around here fucking suck shit. They're just fucking terrible. They suck so bad. They're so awful. And it doesn't hurt me to not have the radio stations coming in. I am, however, going to fish the wire out and see if I can hook it up. I don't know if it come unplugged inside or in the trunk or what. But the spare tire sits up there on the ledge usually. And it's down out of there, and it's in the big part, the deeper part of the trunk, which I have over 200 pounds sitting in the trunk right now so I can get around when it snows. These cars are no joke. these Panther platform cars. If you have an opportunity to get one, get one. Just watch the mileage on them. You don't want one with a shit pile of miles because it's been beat most of its life. And you don't want nothing that you're just going to lay under constantly. You want one, if you can find one that has low mileage, you can pick one up for anywhere from $2,000 to $3,000 easily. The one I paid $3,000 for this one, and it's really nice. Body is just perfect on it, other than the paint chipping off of it. I'm going to remedy that here when it gets warmer. I'm just going to go ahead and let it just chip for now. It's just on the tops of the fucking fenders for now. There's a couple spots on the trunk lid. I might repaint the trunk lid. I don't know yet. But what I can do is I can go up here to my local CarQuest. They'll mix me up paint from the car. They have a little thing that comes out. You can put on the car and it'll take a picture of the paint. The computer will tell them how to mix it to get that shade because of it being in the sunlight. And they'll make me up some cans with acrylic enamel in there. And that way all I have to do is just water sand them. I'll just paint the whole goddamn fender is what I'll do. I'll just water sand them and then just paint them. I'll primer them, paint them. Fix them up real nice. I do something with the wheel wells inside there. Those fenders up front, they have a rolled wheel well instead of just the flat, tapered quarter rear wheel well in their back. It's weird how they fucking made it different, but they roll it and it's spotted with a spot welder up front. And what happens is junk falls in there, gets in the cracks and rots up, and then you see all these Crown Vics and Lincoln Town cars and Grand Marquis running around with the front fenders all ate out on them, and that's why. I'm going to remedy that as well, or try to. Any gaps I see, I'll clean them up real good. I'll just MIG weld the fucker shut. And my dad has a gallon can of bed liner coating. I'm going to get a spray gun, a cheap one, and I'll probably spray. I might buy an extra can. I'm going to spray that underneath of it. I undercoat it really good. That way it will be good to go. I'm going to hit the gas tank straps real good because they're known for the gas tank straps to eat out, and for the gas tanks to eat out of them. My last Mercury, I had a hole in the gas tank. It was just a small hole, and I kept coating it with stuff to keep it from leaking, but it leaked anyway. But it didn't leak horribly. But I could tell it was on its way out. I was going to have to buy a new gas tank for it. But the straps were good. They looked good anyway. And plus, you have junk that lays up on top of those fuel tanks because they sit up in there sideways behind the rear end. And, I mean, that's kind of convenient because if you ever need to put a fuel pump in one, it's on the passenger side right behind the rear axle. It's right there. It's like big old fucking round piece. You just knocked the ring off, pulled out. I had to put one in my Mercury before, and it was very convenient. It was easy to get to, plus the hoses were not horrible to hook up. I had to actually reach in the wheel well to unhook. I don't know if it was a wire, if it was a hose, or what the fuck it was. There was something I had to unhook. I think it was a wire. I had to unhook it to get the old pump out because it plugged up on top for some fucking reason. Stupid shit. Dumb, stupid shit, and I didn't feel like splicing wires. So I reached in there with my hand and a pair of pliers, and I got it apart. And remarkably enough, I was able to reach in there and plug it back in with just my 3 fucking fingers. Which was not too awful. I mean, if you want to pull a gas tank down, you can. It'd probably be easier, a lot simpler, save you, well, it'll create some time, but not save you any. But it might save you some aggravation, maybe. I don't know. I'm not, no guarantees for that, but anyway, if any of you are in different states, let me go over with you quick on our motor vehicle administration here. What it takes to tag a car. In Maryland, I went ahead and went the easy route. I did historical tags. So, first you have to make an appointment. I don't know how it is in your state. If you're in a different state, probably not. Probably have a long line to wait in anyway. They do appointments down here. You got to get online on their site. It's the mdot.com or .gov or whatever the fuck it is. It don't have the address on here. Anyway, you get on here and make your appointment. Then you show up. Okay, I had the title. It was insured. It has to be insured first in this state, Maryland. It has to be insured before anything. So you call your insurance company and say, hey, I got this car. I just put it on the same exact insurance I had the last Mercury on. This car is just a year older. They put it right back on, gave me everything I had with the old one, towing, comprehensive, property damage, all that shit. Okay, I paid $3,000 for the car. In this state, you have to have a bill of sale wrote up by the previous owner. You both have to sign it. And on the title, it has a space for that on the back of the title. In Pennsylvania, you have to get your shit notarized. When you buy a car from somebody in PA, it has to be notarized. And when you tell them, hey, you tell the notary, I'm going into Maryland with this car. So it's $20 for a notary to stamp it with a stamper that says, State of Pennsylvania, notary. So-and-so notary, blah, blah, blah. Their witness to the signing, he signed the title as the previous owner. I had to put my name and address on the back and sign my name at the bottom and put $3,000 was the purchase price. Okay. Now, Maryland, they're tax hogs. So, we have here the title base fee to put the title in your name and have it for the state of Maryland is $100. That's for one title, and you'll get it in a couple of weeks. They have the ability to print one off down there, but they just don't because they're lazy cocksuckers. Anyway, my registration fee for historical tags for 1 year is $45.50. 2 years is like over $100 for historical tags. Regular tags that would have been on that car would have been $330 for 2 years. So they do give you the option to opt out and do 1 year at a time. You're going to get your fucking money whether you like it or not. Whether you have it or not is the question. And exercise tax, private sale, $180 on $3,000 is the tax you pay. That is 6% of $3,000. So the total amount due is $325.50. So I gave them $326. I got 50 cents back. But this is, the registration is $45.50. That's what it's going to be for that tiny little square sticker. You got to put on the tag. And they say there's restrictions on historic tags in the state. Nobody checks into that. There's limited mileage. Nobody checks you. You get your car inspected in this state once, and they make it hard on you. It's extremely hard in this state because we have to go by everything that California fucking does for some reason. We're not California. We're on the East Coast. We're Maryland, and our governor is a fucking prick, asshole, money-grubbing piece of shit. And I'm not just saying that because he's a black man. I'm saying that because he is a fucking asswipe. Because he really doesn't need to jack the prices up. Because what they've done is they've give all our tax dollars in the state, like the government was, to illegal immigrants coming across the border. And they were trucking them up to Baltimore, which is a sanctuary city for some reason. And most of that population in that city of just regular people that live there, most of them left because of the prison down there close to Baltimore County. It's in Jessup. They closed it up. Here, I don't know how long it's been now. It's probably been closed for 20 years, probably. And they moved all those inmates up here to Cressuptown, which is right next to Cumberland. And all those people down there that had any relatives in jail, they moved to Baltimore to be able to see their relatives in prison during regular visitations or whatever. And they were moved up here, and now they moved to the Cumberland area, which has brought twice the drugs and prostitution into the area. It was already here to start with, just a lot of people just denied it and said it didn't exist here. But it was here because, you know, when you hang around places like that, you find out things. So anyway, just figured I'd go over the fee for you, and I just got completely sidetracked about some other horse shit. Anyway, everything these days is trying to become automated. So what they do now is when you renew your tags, they have a machine they call the kiosk. You go down there, the document they mail you in the mail has a barcode on it. You scan it, brings up your information. You go over it, make sure it's correct in the system. Then you just pay the fee to renew your registration. And it prints out a new registration with sticker after you pay with your card, because they have a hard-on for debit cards, so that's what you pay for it with, a debit card. The environment there in the building has changed dramatically since that happened, which I think is a good thing, but I don't like the automated shit. I don't like the automation. But it's one thing that simplifies stuff, and plus there's somebody there to help you if you don't know how to run the machine. They will help you run it, and then it's all over from there. So anyhow, I'm going to bring you on to something else here that is fucking retarded, I think. And they're getting these ideas from China still. See, because we're still in Biden's America right now until January 6th or 5th, whenever Donald Trump becomes inaugurated and accepts the seat of office. So they're still going along with their stupid woke agendas, these companies. And some of them are on the run. Grocery stores right now are jacking up their prices because of the threat of tariffs that Donald Trump is going to put on China and their goods, which is just hearsay right now. It is just a threat. The president of China has called Trump and said, "Hey, buddy, we're willing to work with you any way we can." So that's what's going to happen. There probably won't be any tariff hikes. They will keep the same ones that have been in place since last time he was in office, and they're not going to increase unless they increase them on us, on our goods, which we don't have that many goods leaving here. But you'd be surprised. But anyhow, they're responding to it, with greed. They're responding to it with greed. They're jacking up the prices because there's nothing else right now. The gasoline and stuff hasn't went up anymore since the election. It's actually went down a little bit. It kind of went down and it went up, and it's just staying. It's flatlining right now at about $3.25 a gallon around here. Some places I've seen it's $3.19. Down there in D.C. and Washington metro area, it's like $3 and like fucking 10 cents or some shit. I don't fucking know. That's what I think it is. I think that's what I heard. But like in West Virginia, over here in Morgantown, it was $3.06 at Sam's Club. If you're a member, you can get gasoline there pretty cheap. All you do is swipe your Sam's card, and it'll give you the discount, which is quite a bit. It's quite substantial. But anyway, Walmart, all these places have decided to jack prices up now because they're greedy cocksuckers, and they want you to pay more, and they think that there's going to be a big tariff war between us and China, and they're going to go ahead and get ahead of the game and just jerk up the prices anyway. So anyway, that's just a bunch of shit for them to, it's just an excuse for them to find prices. But anyway, I'm going to talk about McDonald's. My daughter just loves McDonald's. I don't know why, because all the food there is extremely bland, because it's all fried in seed oils, canola oil, vegetable oil that isn't really vegetable oil, it's just cottonseed oil. It's cottonseed and canola oil blended together is what vegetable oil is now. It doesn't taste the same. It doesn't look the same. It doesn't make things taste like vegetable oil did back when, 20 years ago. So anyway, their food sucks. They redid this Frostburg McDonald's. First, they redid the building. They took all the yellow and red colors away. Took all the any of their characters were ripped down off the walls. There was no little cheeseburger seating or anything down there. There was they took all the fun out of it. It's a gray, dreary, black and gray ugliness of it looks like depression is what it looks like. So they changed it, and now one day I saw that they had a big computer thing in there where you order in the building. You order your shit, they bring it to the counter, they holler your name. You pay with the machine instead of walking 10 feet to the counter and just telling them what the fuck you want. I guess it's for people that have anxiety talking to other people because they're bitches. But then they turned around and they closed the McDonald's for a little while, for about a month, and they reopened it and took all the cash registers out. There's nothing there now but a wall. There used to be cash registers, and you could see back in there people building your sandwiches or whatever and running around working. Now you can't see that back in there. They closed the kitchen off completely with a wall. You can't see there. They have this wee little island counter with one cash register on it, and it's got a great big flat screen TV with the menu shit on it in the back behind them. And you order it right there. You tell them what you want. They take your fucking number. They give you a number or whatever on your receipt. You wait for your number. It's like Sheets, kind of. You wait for your number. They bring your stuff out, put it on a shelf, holler your number. You get your stuff, you go. And the drive-thru is still currently working. The ultimate goal for McDonald's here is to be fully automated and have no employees. So what's going to happen is things are going to go awry when they do this. Things are going to break. It's going to take people's money and not refund anything, and it's not going to give you anything like a vending machine, like the ones that have the little corkscrew things with potato chip bags in them. They fall against the glass and they sit there. And then you're shaking the shit out of the machine. You can't get your stuff and your money is gone. You get nothing. That's what's going to happen down here. And it's always going to be broke down and people are going to be very pissed. And McDonald's is ultimately going to suffer the consequences and go out of business unless they go back to the old way of doing things. They need to go back to the yellow and red buildings, bring back the crazy-ass fucking clown and all his pals, and do things like they did back in the 70s and 80s and 90s. And I hear a lot of people arguing that the prices of things are just going to stay up. They're never going to come down. Well, when we drill for our own oil and we depend on our own energy, which is key to our economy, it's going to bring the price of everything down. It will have to fall. There's no way around it. It will have to fall. There's no ifs, ands, or buts, or bullshit. Tariffs, I don't give a fuck. A tariff ain't going to mean shit. We've always done tariffs in the past. It doesn't matter. They're only focusing on it because the big Democrat media centers, which are losing their minds right now and losing ratings and losing money because they suck, and they only have one agenda to pass, and that's Nazi Germany stuff. So they are going out of their minds, threatening everybody with tariff shit, spreading false information, because they're blaming, whatever they're blaming Donald Trump for, they are currently doing right now. So just to give everybody heads up in case you don't know that, but we probably all know this. So anyway, everybody, I have fucking work to do. I'm sure I have dishes piled up I have to wash. I have to replace a heater in the house. I have to put up a Christmas tree. Got to fold some laundry. Got to move things, clean things. So my hands are fucking full on another motherfucking worthless ass fucking Sunday. I still think we should only have to work 3 days a week and have 4 days off and still make the pay that we make no matter what. Because this is insanity, the way things are going. The 5 and 6 day work week shouldn't have to be. So I'm burping because my dad took me to breakfast this morning at the truck stop. So, which was damn nice. He just called me up this morning and asked me what I'm doing. I was like, watching YouTube. What are you doing? Oh, I'm going to go to breakfast. You want to come? Fuck yeah. Sure I do. I want to come. So we went up there, had breakfast, shot the shit. He shot a deer yesterday, back here in the field. I actually hit a deer with the old square body Chevy last week. One morning I was going to work and I was running late, and I come over this hill that's not too far from here, and a deer ran out in front of me, and I hit the bitch right in the head. It was a doe. I hit her right smack dab in the back of the head with my driver's side headlight and parking light, which basically disintegrated. So it is no more. So I had those halo lights in there. I'm down a halo light. So I brought the truck back home. I called work and said I'm going to be late. I hit a deer. I'm going to fix the truck real quick. Then I'll be down because I had no lights pretty much. Because the one, the light adjusters broke and the light was pointing at the fucking road, like straight down. And I only had the driver's side light pointing straight out so I could see. And it was lighting my way until I hit the deer. And then all I had was that light, that real bright light on the ground, flashing right back in my face, which, you know, in a truck when you're driving down the road and you don't have your lights adjusted out very far, you can't really see that much, which gave me a risk of hitting another one. It didn't kill the deer. I was hoping it did because I want to go back there and kick it. I was hoping to be laying down on the ground all retarded, stumbling around, and I was just going to go up and kick its fucking face in, is what I was going to do. I was so fucking pissed. But anyhow, it did minimal damage to the truck. I was able to bring it and fix it, and I'll show it to you here. Okay, here's what's left of my headlight right here. My trim ring for the headlight. Oh yeah, there's that red tube of shit I put in the Mercury here. There's my parking light, what's left of it. And I went ahead and took the hubcaps off of the car. Well, you can see that I put a dent in the fender. I got the headlight in. I had to make my own adjusters with screws and nuts and stuff. You bent up the radiator support. That's why the parking light's crooked. But I had all these parts, so I replaced them. And you can see there the big gap right here. Pushed my chrome in, but I was lucky. And then, you know, it sat here and the county had to plow fucking shit all over my truck. And you see the distance between the road and here. They were booking it up through here plowing. So, you know, that's fantastic. Anyway, all right, everybody, I'm gonna go in here and get to work. Here's my Fords for the winter. We're going to put some money in the LTD, I guess, and run it also. I got lights to put on it. I got a heater core to put in it. It's actually got I got a valve body for the transmission. Damn, wind is whipping right now. But anyhow, that's what the plan is. And yes, they're both tagged historical. And the state can go ahead and lick my balls while they're at it. And our governor can go fuck himself because his policies suck. But you can see the wheel on the passenger front is fucked up. It is sticking out there. It's half turned and sticking out. I don't know what the fuck they hit with that bastard. But they apparently hit something. And I cleaned the yellow off the lights. And if you want to know how I did that, all you gotta do is go get yourself some, go to your local place that sells paint, like automotive paint, and get a can of paint reducer. Get it home here, put it on a rag, wipe that yellow shit off your headlights. I mean, they are dull looking. They got like a matte look to them. But it takes the yellow off and your lights are a lot brighter at night. It won't be clear like the parking light, you know, all shiny like that, but it will take the yellowing off and give you a new surface to work with. I mean, if you can wax it, I guess. Try to polish it a little bit. I don't know. Might make it better. Fucked if I know, but this is what I got right here. And these headlights are expensive, so I'm not buying new ones. If they just made them out of glass to start with, instead of making everything out of fucking plastic, it would be better. So anyway, everybody, like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one, if there is a next one. See y'all later.